have roughly almost 2 more weeks, a week and a half left on my data cycle before I need to renew it. And I ran out of data about 4 or 5 days ago. And I could have re-upped to my data cycle tonight or today. I could have re-upped it. But that would have meant losing, my minutes and the data that's on my phone. So, to me, it made sense just to go live without the blunt jams. Even though I could easily be puffing on a blunt right now. But instead of a blunt, I got myself a bowl. So this is like Vanlife vlog instead of the blunt jams tonight. So I'm going to puff up a little bit here. Puffy. And just hang out. Of course, I have no music whatsoever. No jams. So it's a total bummer. But I haven't been doing much this past week. This past week has been super busy for me at work. My supervisor has been gone. That means I have a little bit more responsibilities to do. Responsibilities. But that also means when the cat's away, the mice will play. I'm not a mice. I definitely don't play at work, but that seems to be the shenanigans at work. But it is a Thursday. It is a Thursday. The 17th of September. Already the 17th of September 2020. So yes, unfortunately I have no jams tonight. No jams. But I wanted to, go ahead and do something quick and live. Stonered. Good evening, brother man. I got no jams. I have no jams tonight. That's because of on my mobile hotspot, I ran out of data. And that's because I have been watching a few movies, streaming some movies on my laptop. Not my mobile device, but my laptop, so I can watch a little bit of a bigger screen. So I guess that's why I went through my mobile data really quick. I've been watching some really good movies. I watched some Stargate, the original Stargate. I watched It's a Mad World. I watched both of the Bill and Ted's excellent movies. It's all free. All free on the YouTube. On the YouTube movies. It's literally a movie channel that YouTube was put out, and it has just a whole bunch of different movies. So I'm pretty sure that's why I ran out of my mobile hotspot pretty quick. And for just a few moments, I thought about I'll take tonight off. I was like, nah, because I have the whole week off. All the other days except for Thursday. And I was like, I like hanging out with you fine folks. So that's what I'm doing. Having a little yip-yap session. Puffing on some 9-pound hammer. 9-pound hammer. Good stuff. Is what I'm puffing on, actually. It's a heavy indica. I was just reading this. There is no THC content on this 9-pound hammer. I do believe it's a 27% THC. So, yep, they got both Bill and Ted's excellent movies on there, and feel free to check them out. Yes, there are ads on there because if you purchase that YouTube Premium, there's no ads, but yes, there are ads on there, but it's free movies, man. Free frickin' movies. So I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but definitely in my neck of the woods, it has been getting darker, darker, and darker, later and later. Like it's like what, 8:20, and it's already dark 30 out there. Look at it, it's already dark 30 outside. My plants are in their sleepy sleep mode. You know, it was just like, I think it was like, what, just 2 weeks ago, I could go outside and show you my plants and be like, hey, check out my plants. But it's so freaking dark, you can't even see the girls. See, you can't even see them. They're right here. Oh, I wish you guys could smell it. They smell so good. But yeah, it's so dark you can't even really see them. But there they are. There they are. There they are. Yep, getting close to that equinox. So yeah, I decided to call it the Vanlife vlog because, you know, it's not blunt jams. I can't have the blunt jams tonight, so I definitely want to do something. So it's a Vanlife vlog. Living in the old van these years has definitely been an interesting experience. Definitely been an interesting experience. I definitely recommend it for the folks who need a little bit difference in their life. I mean, it's not for everybody. You know, living in a van, especially if you're living in a van with somebody else or other people's, I'm sure that's a little bit different story. But you know, I've been living all these years, solo mission in this VW bus, living the van life, and I definitely live a unique van life. I follow a bunch of different people that live in VW buses, live in vans, live the nomadic life, and it's really cool to see the different lifestyles out there. You know, some folks, you know, they just have saved some money through the years and can just travel and live off their savings. Some people have a little bit of an online store or some sort of an online ways or means to make a little bit of cash. And some people like me live in a van and kind of have like a static place, like you're always at a same place, and you have like a job, you know, kind of like the same job, or maybe like different jobs, but you're just kind of living in the same place. That's my life. That's my life, man. And definitely the past, I don't know, couple months, my life has definitely started changing quite a bit. Definitely started changing. As you folks that's been following me for a while may or may not know, I have been trying to get out and about and date and mingle, you know, get away from the solo mission type of things. And it's been a learning process. It's been a different process with me. Of course, you know, I understand my lifestyle is completely different than most women out there. And most women do not want this type of lifestyle. And I completely understand that, man. I do. So that's why, you know, it's been no big wolf to me. It has definitely been a life-changing experience coming out, coming away from the solo mission so much, you know. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, brother man. Hope you're doing swell. Well, totally hip and groovy in your neck of the woods. There's no blunt jams tonight, man. There is no blunt jams. I have no jams. I have blunts. I can definitely have a blunt, but I got no jams. So since I have no jams, I'm not having a blunt. I'm having myself a bowl. A bowl. I would be smoking my bubbler, but guess what? Guess what I did? It was about 2 weeks ago. It was my birthday weekend of all the times to do it. I was having a nice little morning puff on my water pipe, on my bubbler. And I was sitting outside watching the planes, because I live right next to the airport, and I was watching the planes land and all this fun stuff. And after I got done partaking on my water pipe, I set my water pipe on my tailgate, actually on my bumper of my pick-em-up truck, and completely forgot that it was on my bumper of my pick-em-up truck. And guess what? Yours truly drove off. But the funny thing is, it did not ride in the back of my tailgate very long. It fell right off the back of my tailgate, and it did not break, believe it or not. And unfortunately, yours truly did not see it until I came back, and I was backing up, and I accidentally backed over my water pipe until I heard that great big pop. That's what I heard. It was a pop. I was like, uh-oh. What is that? I thought I popped my tire on something. Oh no, I did not pop my tire, thank goodness. I destroyed my water pipe. Hey, good evening, Brandy. Brandy. Hope you're doing swell well and totally hip and groovy this evening. I was just telling the fine folks about my misfortune, my accident on my water pipe here almost 2 weeks ago. It'll be 2 weeks this Saturday. So yes, I could have easily renewed my data and continued with blunt jams. But do you know, my friends, the way I live, I try my best to stretch out whatever I may be using at the time. It could be bread, it could be sandwich making material, it could be toilet paper, it could be whatevers. In this case, I ran out of mobile hotspot data, but I still have, data on my phone. I still have the ability to make phone calls and text messaging for at least another week, a little over a week. So I did not want to waste the money that I spent. I know that sounds kind of silly to a lot of folks, but I didn't want to waste the money. So I opted to not do blunt jams tonight. I will do blunt jams when I have the data, and I will be more frugal on my data. I was talking to my friend who owns the property I live on, and unfortunately for me, there is no hard wired cable on this property. That means there is no form of cable television. I cannot get cable television here or anything like that. There is no television company that has actually hardwired cable, television cable, or internet cable on this part or in this neck of the woods, which blows my mind because it's 2020 and I live this close to the airport. You would figure it'd be very easy to hook up to cable. But nope. So I need to explore other options for, Wi-Fi. I guess it's going to be mobile hotspot Wi-Fi. Even though I have never really gone through my data on my mobile hotspot this quick. But I have not really been watching many movies on my laptop either. Streaming movies on my laptop, so So the weekend is almost here. I got no big plans for the weekend. Saturday, I will go to my mother's on Saturday. See my mother. Hang out with her. All that groovy jazz. Just catching up on some comments. But one thing living in this VW bus has taught me, and I know it sounds pretty jacked up to a lot of people, but a lot of people, including myself, seem to live way, way beyond their means. And like I said, even including myself, because my lifestyle allows me, and it allows me to live basically carefree. I don't have too many worries in the world. You know, my main worry is my mom, my family, my VW bus, and I don't have really any financial worries. And I like that. I like that because that's the American dream. The American dream is to be financially free, own your own things or stuff, and have an existence of a pursuit of happiness. You know, isn't that just the living dream? I mean, the worldwide type of dream. And as time keeps trucking on, it's such a great song. Heck yes, man! If I had my jams right now, I'd be playing that. Look, I can't remember who actually sings it, but it is a good jam. But like I said, I think every American, every person should be able to have as minimum worries, or at least financial worries, as possible. And that's why I like living my life, you know? I mean, yes, there will be a time where I will once again, and I would prefer to pay for a mortgage other than renting, because to me, renting a space to live in is just completely ludicrous to me. And I'm not putting nobody down, because I mean, I've rented before. But when you're renting, you're paying somebody else's mortgage, you're paying somebody else's property taxes and stuff like that. When you're owning your own stuff, you're paying for your own stuff. So eventually, 2-minute warning. What's the 2-minute warning, Jim? There should be no warnings. I should get no nothings tonight, man, because I have no music playing. I don't know, man. And that's the cool thing, Stonard. You know, the funeral hostess with the mostest. Good evening, my brother. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing swell, well, and totally hip and Grove Bay in your neck of the woods. I'm just yip-yapping. I'm smoking a little 9-pound hammer. It's a indica, but yeah, it's got me yip-yapping a little bit. I got done at work about a little after 5-ish. Went and ate some pizza with my buddy James. We ate some pizza. And then came back to the old La Casa VW bus. Had myself a shower. But living in this bus, like I said, it's been a very groovy, far out ride, and it just keeps getting interesting. And my life is definitely, you know, just as chill and as mellow as it can be. But I am definitely enjoying hanging out with my friend Brandy, my good friend Brandy, who is joining us this evening. Last Thursday, she was very kind to let me do blunt jams from her house, and I was very grateful for that. Yeah, the slower it gets, man. But I got some fun things coming up in October. Well, at least, to me it's fun. I'll be doing something a first time that I've never ever done before. I don't know if you fine folks have ever stayed at an Airbnb. An Airbnb is like, I guess, the new age, the new form of bed and breakfasts. Traditionally, I guess, a bed and breakfast, you'd go to like somebody's house and they would put you up in a room and then they'd feed you and all that stuff. And the way I take it, an Airbnb is you go to somebody's house and you're staying you're like, instead of like a bed and breakfast, you're like staying in somebody's house literally, or different unique places. Like, I just read yesterday that the exterior shots for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the mansion, just the exterior shots, that mansion is going to be up for an Airbnb deal, which is totally crazy. So they have unique things like that. Well, I, myself, and my groovy, wonderful friend, Brandy, we are going to be experiencing an Airbnb coming up in October here in Oklahoma City. But it's a unique one. It's going to be a treehouse. I'll be hanging out overnight in a treehouse, an Airbnb treehouse. So I'm completely excited for that. It's supposed to be completely furnished and heated and all that groovy jazz. So I'm excited, man. Super duper excited. So yes, I have definitely started dating, kind of dating a person. And so it's really cool to be hanging out with my friend Brandy, doing fun things, and she seems... No. Yeah. Oh, they're not going to feed us? What? Well, we got to feed ourselves? What? Oh, well. I'm not going to complain. It's a treehouse. It's like, I'm super duper excited. So yes, it's definitely been an interesting few months. I was gonna name tonight's live stream a Type 2 vlog. It's been a while since I've done a Type 2 vlog, and those originally got started being live stream vlogs a few years ago, way back in the day. So yeah. So yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but it's a van life vlog. I want to yip yap a little about living in my bus here, and definitely talk about living in a van. Oh, heck yeah. I'll bring the Coleman grill. I got like a few Coleman grills. I got a real good one that I got in storage, and I'll bring that, and we can definitely cook breakfast. So there's no big wolf on the breakfast deal. Um, yeah, no big wolf. But I'm turning down my air conditioner. I've had my air conditioner going today. It got a little warm in my neck of the woods. Not too bad. But we've definitely been experiencing the past few days what they call an Indian summer. I guess that's what you can call it. We've had a little bit of a warm spell in the low 90s. Oh, oh, oh yeah. By the way, since I got your ears on here, Brandy, since you're hanging out this, here in the old VW bus, I'm taking tomorrow afternoon. Well, tomorrow I'm working tomorrow from 7 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock, and till 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm done. I'm taking the rest of tomorrow off. I was taking Monday off, thinking that you had Monday off as well, but I changed it up a little bit because I can do that. Because I can do that, man. Yeah. So I'll be taking tomorrow's kind of 3/4 of the day off. my supervisor is like, he talked me into coming in at 7. He goes, "Can you please come in at 7 and we can do this, and this." And I was like, "All right, I'll come in at 7, man." Because a lot of folks, that I work with can be replaced at this job. Most people can be replaced. I can be replaced, but not that easy. It would take my company a while to replace me. So, yeah. But I'm gonna take tomorrow. Well, that's groovy. If you feel like you want some Bunny's burgers tomorrow for lunch, Brandy, I have no problem bringing you a Bunny's burger for lunch. I know you get like 30 minutes. I can just drop it off for you if you want to, man. You can be like, I got myself a Bunny's burger. Hillbilly! Hillbilly! What the heck? Good evening, Hillbilly. Hope you're doing swell. Well, totally hip and groovy. Totally hip and groovy. You have a place that rents what? Euros? I have no clue what the heck that is, man. I have not a clue. Welcome aboard the old VW bus this evening. You're getting no jams tonight. You're getting no blunt and no jams, but you're just getting me puffing on some indica, yip yapping. It's because I have no mobile hotspot. I use my old phone basically. I'll connect it up and I'll link it up to my speaker so I can use that for my jams. But I have no jams tonight, so I got to roll with the punches. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, so I'm just hanging out. Wow, that's cool. A yurt. I hope I'm saying that right. A yurt is like a giant tent / house. That's cool. I would definitely, I was telling Brandy that there's places like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the KOAs do it, but there's a lot of places that rent teepees. I would love to stay in a teepee in the middle of the winter time, because a lot of them have those big old potbelly stoves in there, and it'd be so much fun. A yurt sounds fun. Yeah, nomadic tents, man. Yep, okay, now I know what you're talking about. Hillbilly, heck yeah. I was just going back through the comments. Plus, I was stirring my bowl up here a little bit. I'm getting ready to load me another bowl. That's what you guys get tonight. You get just a van life vlog and me yip yapping. And the more I smoke this indica, the slower it gets, man. So yeah, I went and had some pizza tonight with my friend James. He's back at work. He's been out of work, he's been sick for a while now. But he's gotten better. He got better enough to come back to work. Nothing to do with the COVID. He never had the corona. No corona for him. But he had something else going on, but now he's back at work, and it was fun hanging out with him this evening. Oh yeah, those yurts. Yeah, those people live in those things in Alaska year round, man. I watched I don't know what series it was, but this guy built one of those. It was Alaska. I'm pretty sure it was Alaska. That's where he was living. And yeah, those things, I mean, you build them right, they well insulated. Geez Louise, man. Anything well insulated, you can live in year round. That's how I can live in this VW bus. I mean, it's not the best insulate. I mean, when I insulated this thing way back in 2003, it was the best insulation I had at the time for it. Now that's years have gone, it needs to be replaced. But this bus being air conditioned for the summer and heated in the winter is the only reason I can live in this thing. I mean, if this bus wasn't too well insulated, it'd be pretty chilly. And I mean, it gets a little drafty in the winter times. In the dead of winter, it gets a little drafty. Nothing bad, but that's just because of the rubber seals are getting bad. But dude, that sounds far out, hillbilly. I mean, see, I've been watching different videos and different things of how people build their own, off-grid homes. Eventually, that's going to be me. I'm going to buy me, 2, 3, 4, 5 acres at the most, Maybe I'll even get 10 acres. I like to have enough just to have a little disc golf course, but I'm going to build me a tiny home. I don't know what kind of tiny home. I don't know out of what. People build them out of so many things now. It's really cool. But eventually that's what I'm going to do. So I can own my own little piece of property. But right now, that's just something I don't want to have right now. And that's because I've been enjoying my solo mission living in a van. Living in this van, has its ups and downs. To me, the double-edged sword for me has been, it's definitely kept the ladies at bay and weeded out the ones that would be bad for me. So that's how I've looked at it. So I'm definitely very grateful that I've met some very cool people that's accepted me, who allows me to live where I live now. And I'm very, very grateful that I got to meet Miss Brandy once again in my life, because Miss Brandy and I actually met 21, that's amazing to think, that's how long it was, 21 years ago, 1999, me and Miss Brandy met at a Steve Miller Band concert. Yeah! And then we didn't even meet again for another 21 years. Like, it blows my mind. Hey, Nina. Yes. See, I would totally that that's definitely one thing I would definitely do when I have me a tiny home is I would definitely have a partial underground home and partially above. So right, let's get some of this 9-pound hammer. Yeah, this 9-pound hammer. 9-pound hammer is pretty good stuff. I dig it. It's a strong indica. It would be something for, you know, if anybody out there has problems sleeping, you know, I highly suggest the 9-pound hammer. It's a good strain. If I had my other device, I could look up the information on it for you. I have no problem sleeping. None whatsoever. I enjoy the indica at night. Only at night. It's relaxing. It's couch locky. The Wizard's Tower. That's cool, man. Nope, I just, you know, honestly, you know, my dream tiny home would be a caboose. You know, a train caboose. I would love to live in a caboose. You know, and like you could build your bed like on that top little area of the caboose where the conductor sits to look and stuff. That's where I would build my bed. But yeah, I would love to have a tiny home as a caboose. You know, that's one thing I like about this VW bus is once I get in the bus, man, it's like you can pretty much disappear. Because I like to say that the time-space continuum is totally different inside the bus than it is outside the bus. So when you're inside the bus, nobody can really bother you. So when somebody comes knocking on the door, it's really a shocker. You're like, what the frick, man? It's kind of crazy. I guess that's why, you know, these past almost 5 years has blown by so quickly living in this bus. So you guys have had me yip-yapping here for what, 40 minutes or so? Yeah. A Hearst. Man, I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of the movie called Grand Theft Parsons. If you haven't, check it out. It's free to watch on the YouTube movie channel. But it's a great movie starring, oh man, it was right on the tip of my tongue. Johnny Knoxville is the main star in this movie, and he's playing Graham Parsons. Or not playing Graham Parsons, he's playing Graham Parsons' road manager. This movie is about when Graham Parsons died. I don't know if you fine folks know. You might know. I'm sure Stonard, I'm sure Jim might know who Graham Parsons is, but Graham Parsons was a great musical genius that, like a lot of folks, left us way too soon. And I think he might even be part of the 27 Club. But don't quote me on that. But anywho, when Graham Parsons died, his road manager stole his body, literally stole his body, and took it out to Joshua Tree National Park in California and cremated him, burnt him. And there's a whole legendary story about it, but they made a movie loosely based on the incident called the Grand Theft Parsons. It's called Grand Theft Parsons, so check it out. Great movie. Harold and Maude, holy smokes. That's the I haven't seen that movie in a cool minute, man. Yeah, they stole the body and set it on fire, man. And of course, those are one of the movies that I've been watching on YouTube, so it is top of the hour, just about, my friends. I've been here yip-yapping for a good solid 45 minutes. So that was no blunt jams, but it's definitely been a long van life vlog. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I do. And if the old universe allows it, we'll hang out next Thursday for blunt jams. That's what I said, if the old universe allows it, because this week, the old universe, I mean, I could have done it, but I just have my ways, man. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I will see you guys on the flip side. You need to stay safe. Staying safe keeps yourself healthy. But keeping yourself safe and healthy first starts with being positive. Positive vibrations, my friends. Staying positive keeps everything groovy. And be kind and be grateful for every single moment and moments of the day. Because that's all we're freaking guaranteed are the moments. Peace and love. And Volkswagen. And Volkswagen grease. The van vlog is now